Hey everyone, and welcome to the first of the weekly Who Would Win, like the full-on week of Who Would Wins. So this one, I don't have a lot of time today to do one, like an in-depth one. So this is going to be a very basic one. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, who suggested this one to me, it was Chris Colgate. And you can, Chris, if you watch my videos apparently, you can correct me if I'm wrong if it was you who suggested this or someone else. I just know that I picked this one and then I erased it from the list. And then I realized after that, I'm like, oh crap, I don't remember who did this. So I believe this is Chris who gave me this one. Thanks, Chris, for the suggestion. Batman versus Spider-Man. Now, obviously, Screw Attack Death Battle did this one already. But he wants my take on it. Now, there's two scenarios to look at. One is where they have prep time, and two is where they don't have prep time. Now, obviously, with Batman, we know he's a master detective. PQ and physique. In fact, I think he's even stated to be a little beyond peak, but not truly superhuman. Master. He's a master. He's a master of supposedly every known martial art in the world. Master gymnast, master athlete, master detective, ninjutsu, escape artist. All his gadgets, his basic arsenal, plastic explosives, smoke bombs, batarangs with like sonic frequencies, explosives, stun, grappling hook, obviously. There's the shot gloves. We're gonna go with the shot gloves. So he's got his arsenal. He's got his cape. His suit's bulletproof, generally speaking, highly durable. His cape can use as a glider if it needs to be. So great stuff. Spider-Man, his webbing, he is strong enough to lift, I think it's in the neighborhood of 10 tons, give or take. Something like that. He's capable of fighting the Juggernaut. His spider sense gives him kind of an omni-purpose sensory, so he can sense anything that's around him, but he has to act on it on his own accord. Some beings can... sorry, I got a haircut, so my hair feels a little off at the moment. There we go. Some beings like Carnage and Venom can bypass the spider sense. I can't remember exactly how that's explained, but they can bypass it. Batman, as far as we could tell, probably couldn't bypass the spider sense. Super agility. He can jump well and above the heights of a normal man. He can jump small buildings in a normal bound, kind of thing. In a single bound. You can do a lot of web tricks, web bullets, web parachute, or just, web shots, web lasso. He can do a lot of things with webbing. His webbing is extremely strong. It would take something extremely specific to dissolve it. I'm trying to think. He knows Spider Fu, which is supposedly unbeatable, thanks to his spider sense. Trying to remember. Both Batman and him are both actually geniuses, genius level intellects. Batman, though, is a master strategist. And not to say Spider-Man's not a good strategist, but Spider-Man tends to joke a bit more. Spider-Man is definitely... less serious isn't the right term. He's far more jovial and therefore can be caught off guard a bit more if it wasn't for his spider sense. And even then, his spider sense can be overridden against someone who is faster than he is, things along those lines. I'm trying to remember. There was something else in Spider-Man when his ability. Of course, wall crawling. But that being said, he's not invincible. He's got a set amount of damage he can take. Any being who's stronger than him can outmuscle him. Any being faster than him can outpace him. And he is weak to a certain pesticide. It's like his version of kryptonite. So with that being said, in a non-prep battle, how this fight would go down is maybe Batman and Spider-Man. For some reason, Spider-Man's in Gotham. Let's assume they exist in the same world. Spider-Man is in Gotham. This is their first time meeting. He's tracking, he's tracking Hobgoblin or Venom or something like that. And he runs into Batman. And Man's like, who are you? He's like, yeah, I'm your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Well, I guess this is my neighborhood. But he's like, yeah, get out of my town. And then they have a conversation and doesn't go well. So Spider-Man's like, yeah, I'm going to have to say no, as maybe he webs Batman's hand. But Batman probably has some little bits of vials of acid or something like that. So he's able to dissolve the webbing and then maybe fires a couple batarangs and Spider-Man's was like, whoa, yeah, nice try. But the batarangs come back, and maybe their smoke's like, what? And then all of a sudden, Spider Sense goes crazy, and Batman comes in. Spider-Man dodges the first punch, but gets a kick to the gut, and then Batman starts to wail on him a bit. Now, in terms of a true hand-to-hand combatant, while they say Spider Fu, nothing beats Spider Kung Fu or Spider Fu. Let's be clear. Batman is the better hand-to-hand combatant. Yeah, nothing beats Spider-Fu, but that's because Spider-Man has omniscience on his side, more or less, in a sense. He's got omnidirectional warning sensory. Take that out of the picture, Spider-Man's kung fu would not. What are you digging at? You're like, oh wait a minute, you dropped. There's a Chewie. Spider-Man's spider sense wouldn't. If without Spider-Man's spider sense, his kung fu would probably still be effective, but not against someone who's mastered everything. His kung fu is literally is very dependent on his his omnipresent sensing. So his spider sense. So with that in mind, Batman would still hold an edge in hand-to-hand combat because of the spider sense on his side. Spider-Man would hold the advantage. Now, Batman maybe would activate the shock at some point. Maybe Spider-Man's spider sense is going crazy again, and he's able to avoid it. But if he takes one hit, it's definitely going to rattle him a little bit. It's not going to hurt him. But Batman is the whole problem with the scenario is Screw Attack honestly got it right in that Batman has nothing in his basic arsenal to put Spider-Man down for good, unless he somehow miraculously hit him straight in the head with his shock glove, and maybe then got like some explosive on his head and then activated it and blew more or less his head off or gave him a severe concussion. He has nothing in it, and given it's Batman, it's not impossible for him to do that. Just with Spider-Man's spider sense, it's so unlikely that I'll give this scenario where they're just meeting for the first time with no prep time about 95% in favor of Spider-Man. There's a 5% chance where that scenario does happen, but that's I honestly think that's where Screw Attack did get it right. Is that in a non-prepared scenario where Batman it just has his basic arsenal on him. Or maybe even something specific, but not something specifically tailored to Spider-Man. He's got nothing that can put Spider-Man down for good. Nothing that kills him, and certainly nothing that kills him, and very, very, very few things that could at least knock him out. Again, in that weird scenario where Batman gets the shock glove, maybe temporarily stuns Spider-Man to the point where he can't move for a few seconds, and then maybe he does an explosive gel somewhere on his body and knocks him out with that. I don't see Batman taking any victory in the first encounter scenario. In the prep time, let's be fair, if we're giving both these guys prep time, Batman's going to win. Because Batman can literally, even against individuals who have prep time against him, like someone like Raish or Superman or someone like that, Batman is such a paranoid is a big term because that's the next fact. His personality is he don't trust nobody. So he literally has contingencies for the contingencies. So in that scenario, Batman's going to win because Spider-Man might be like, okay, so this bad guy, he's going to do this and this and this and this. Now, let's be clear, with prep time, do we assume they know who each other are? I'm going to have to go no with that. Because they know about each other in terms of the hero persona, and maybe with enough research. Because let's be clear, Spider-Man's not necessarily the best at keeping his secret. Even worse than a lot like Superman or someone Superman for some reason, no one can seem to recognize past those glasses. And Batman, despite a lot of individuals having found out who Batman is, most of them aren't. It's not like it's Batman's fault. Like, Batman didn't, just make it obvious who he was to him. Ra's al Ghul was able to figure it out through a lot of technicalities. Bane was able to figure it out simply through really, really good detective work. As some of the women that Batman has been with, he's actually just let them know who his identity is because he was in a relationship and he trusted them. Spider-Man, on the other hand, goes to an apartment. He has an apartment in the city. No one sees... seriously, no one figures... I mean, how many people have figured out who Spider-Man is? Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Venom, Carnage. I think the Lizard's done it. Electro, I think, has done it. So, and those are just... Mephisto doesn't count, obviously. But, yeah, no. And then there was the time where he, revealed himself to the entire world. And that worked out nice. So yeah, Spider-Man is just, he doesn't take care of his identity very well. It's amazing more people haven't figured it out. So Batman, I think, would know who Peter Parker is. I don't think Peter Parker would know who Batman Bruce Wayne is. But that being said, now let's say they end up meeting in battle, and Batman's been carrying, special smoke grenades, and Batman actually lures him to a false sense of security, using smoke grenade, and Spider-Man's like, "Hey, I got him," but all of a sudden he sees himself coughing, and Batman suddenly has the gas going. He's like, "Yeah, it's not smoke. It's whatever this pesticide is." Is it like from Crisis on Infinite Universe? It's like, it's not smoke, it's acidic gas. That was a Baldwin who played him. Can you imagine that? But Baldwin got to play Batman. I think it was William Baldwin. I can't remember which one it was. The point being, yeah, Batman, even if he's like, I've studied your moves, Bats, you can't take me. I was like, yeah, sure, okay. But Batman also is not a killer, so he's going to be, just suddenly retract the gas. Spider-Man's going to still be coughing up blood. It's like, don't worry, I'll only expose you for about 5 minutes, or 5 seconds. You'll be good in about 15 minutes. Until then, poof, stay out of my neighborhood. Or you could get like a Dark Knight, just like, I was like, but I didn't have to go easy on you, Spider-Man. A stronger mix, a stronger binding agent, a different mix. I want you to know that. I want you to stay out of my way. And all your years to come, and in your most private moments, including the toilet, I want you to remember my hand at your throat, Parker, and the one man who beat you. Actually, I've been beaten a lot of times. The one man who beat you. It's like, yeah, okay. You're not dying. It's like, you'll be fine. And then just, I'm Batman. So anyway, yeah. Batman would win hands down 100% of the time in a prepared battle. But frankly, he can't match up the Spider, because he's beaten individuals far stronger than Spider-Man. That's not in question. But he's always done that with prep time. And a one-on-one, like, if it's not, Superman's not a really good example, but let me see. Let's go with not Superman, but let's go with Wonder Woman. And let's say Wonder Woman had the exact same physical power set as Spider-Man, superhuman, but not like the Superman level she is. If Batman went up against Wonder Woman, he would have still more than likely lost. The only advantage he would have probably had, or at least better advantage he would have, because even Batman has admitted that Wonder Woman is the most skilled hand-to-hand combatant on the planet, even more skilled than he is. I would be wondering if that's truly the case. I'd love to see like an actual fight between them in terms of pure hand-to-hand combat, where Wonder Woman is depowered, or at least on Bruce's level, not superhuman level. Because they've fought before, kind of in a couple of scuffles, and she's beaten the crap out of Batman. But to be fair, we're not talking about a true hand-to-hand fight on equal terms, because she is superhuman, and Batman knows this. But anyway, point being, Batman loses 95% of the time, I think. There's like a weird 5% scenario where he wins. In the first encounter fight, in the prepared fight, Batman's going to win 100% of the time. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Be back with Who Would Win tomorrow. I should have more time to actually write one out, or at least do the notes for a different one. I just did this one because it was quick, simple, on my list, and I could get to it. I'll have other ones that are definitely going to take more time to do analysis and things along those lines later on in the week. But until then, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As those of you who want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. I've so far only had one person request a review from me, and that was for the amazing 1990... Which one was it? Oh, well, the 1990s classic cinema gold of Double Dragon. Oh man, that actually rewatching that, it really isn't the worst movie. It's bad, but it's a fun bad. It's got that 90s fun bad movie vibe to it. Also, if you have an idea for who would win, superhero, what if, magic, superhero, anything I do on the channel, put in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to it at some point. Or you have a list for another one, or a suggestion for another one. And I got a couple other ones I want to get to at some point too. But I like to go to the ones that people suggest more than anything else. So yeah. Besides Who Would Win, and besides Magics, I got Magics. I do believe in Magics. I got Baby Driver is going to be the review for this week. Besides the What If, I don't have anything else really planned. Maybe something will pop up, but it's got to be something extreme for me to talk about these days. I've kind of stopped doing the trailer reactions and the in the movie news just for the time being. One, because without being able to put the video up on the screen, it's just not worth me doing the reactions really. And two, frankly, it just wasn't. They weren't. I mean, I'll do videos that don't get a lot of hits, regardless. Like the vlogs I do don't always get a lot of hits, but I enjoy doing them. While I did enjoy doing the movie news and the I'm blanking. Oh, the trailer reactions. The movie news for lately hadn't been getting a lot of hits, so I just decided that it's not worth constantly trying to figure out to do that. And again, unless I can trailer up here, that's not really worth it in the long run. I mean, do you think it is? If you'd like me, if I've done something on the channel that I haven't done in a long time, you'd like me to bring it back, or if you got something you'd like me to, a suggestion you'd like to see me do, like someone suggested the death battle predictions. That's why I do those now, and I enjoy doing them quite a bit. And I'll admit, I mean, they're some of the most viewed videos I do. So yeah, I'm not going to stop doing those because, yeah, those are fun. Until they stop doing the death battles, I won't stop doing those. But until then, yeah. So if I've done something on the channel you want to see come back, please put in the comments. Or something you'd like to see me do, put those in the comments too. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good night. See you for the next one.